We put together 15 crazy events recorded by the built-in cameras of Tesla vehicles. Autopilot, engage. Chad was driving his Model 3 in the far right lane when he noticed two cars exiting the freeway at full speed, and the drivers weren't planning on stopping. Chad tried to swerve, but he was hit in the right quarter panel, causing his Tesla to cross the center median toward oncoming traffic, barely missing a tree and stopping just in time to avoid a collision in the oncoming lane. Chad's Tesla was high-centered on the median, preventing him from moving. All he could do was watch as the two cars sped off, making this a hit and run. Luckily, Chad has heavily modified his Tesla to be a show car, and he was able to use his aftermarket air suspension to drive off the median and move to safety. Chad called the police, and they showed up and took a report. Unfortunately, the car that hit him didn't have a front license plate. Chad filed an insurance claim, and his car was towed to a repair center. He's now waiting for a repair estimate, and there's probably damage to the battery pack due to the impact to the undercarriage. Guang's wife was driving their Model Y in Ottawa, Canada. She was leaving a parking lot and waiting for traffic to clear. After letting a bicyclist go by, she somehow failed to notice a motorcyclist. She almost clipped the biker, infuriating him. In the left camera, we can see the motorcyclist stopped, made a U-turn, and started catching up to Guang's wife. When he'd caught up and pulled up next to her, he smashed the mirror of the Tesla. The mirror glass cracked and the plastic housing flew off. The biker then tried to get her to pull over, but he was visibly upset and she was afraid to stop. She quickly drove off, but he caught up to her again. She tried to signal to him that she was sorry, but he wasn't finished. Instead of backing off, he kept riding next to her and pointing. In the end, they chose not to press charges against this criminal for damaging property since they know her unsafe turn is what started this whole thing. But they also don't think that justifies him smashing their mirror. What do you think? Leave a comment and let us know. Stan was headed home from work in San Francisco when he saw someone riding a bicycle on the freeway with some kind of motor attached. I guess that's one way to avoid soaring gas prices. Dylan was driving his 3-week-old Model 3 westbound on I-74, just a few miles outside of Moline, Illinois, when he was rear-ended by a Honda. We have to say it, don't we? Honda bump. Dylan paid $1,200 to have his Tesla towed to Chicago for repair. He's still waiting for the final repair estimate, but the current guess from Tesla is over $10,000. Tim encountered a fawn while driving in Copperas Cove, Texas. Tim helped the fawn off the road before continuing on his way. Heber finished shopping at his local grocery store in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yes, Nevada. Anyway, Heber reviewed his Sentry Mode footage before leaving, only to find that a shopping cart had struck his Tesla. While he was assessing the damage, a store employee came up and told him he'd witnessed the incident. The driver of a pickup truck didn't put their shopping cart away, then hit the cart with his truck, which sent it hurtling toward the Tesla. Unfortunately, the grocery store employee didn't get the truck's license plate number, and it looks like it was too blurry to see in the video. The damage was minor, but still noticeable. Heber hasn't filed an insurance claim since his deductible is $1,000. Does this qualify as a cart demon encounter, or is this just an example of a terrible pickup truck driver? Josh was headed to pick up a family member from LAX and was cruising in the fast lane when a red car came into his lane out of nowhere. Josh swerved out of the way just in time, but the other driver still managed to mark up the front bumper cover of his Tesla. If we play the video slowly, Josh thinks this was intentional, as if the driver was trying to wreck him by spinning him out. The accident could have been much worse if he hadn't gotten out of the way. Calvin's Tesla was parked near a pole that had fallen over due to a severe thunderstorm the day before. He knew it was there and had even taken a picture of it, but other cars were parked around it too, so he wasn't too worried about it. Another driver noticed the pole too, but still managed to drive into it, sending it crashing into the Tesla's rear bumper, damaging the parking sensor and scraping up the bumper cover. Sentry mode alerted Calvin and the car alarm also activated, but the other driver still drove off. Calvin called the police. The officer who took the report was helpful and sympathetic, even expressing frustration that the other driver had left. The police contacted the other driver the next day, and he claimed he hadn't realized he'd hit the pole. The officer told Calvin he thinks that's impossible. The other driver provided his information to the police and was given a warning. Calvin would like you to comment below and tell him if you think the driver noticed the pole or not. Dennis was sitting at a red light when he saw a Hyundai drive across multiple opposing lanes to avoid a traffic light. Right after that, an Ontario police car was in hot pursuit. Dennis appreciated witnessing some instant justice. He also wanted to give a shout out to his nephew Aiden, who watches all the Wham Bam videos. Joshua was driving his Model 3 north of Sacramento, California, behind his girlfriend who was driving her SUV when a semi-truck pulled up next to her. The truck started aggressively merging, but there was nowhere for Joshua's girlfriend to go. Just take a look at the lug nuts on that semi-truck. How is that even legal? It looks like something out of a horror movie. In the end, Joshua's girlfriend had to move into the opposing lane to avoid the semi before speeding away while her friend gestured to the truck driver that he's number one. Let's play a little game, shall we? Can you guess which country this video is from? For 10 points, these animals are very common here. They practically live in every parking lot. For 5 points, the original Mad Max movie was both set and produced in this country. For 2 points, apparently, they have a council for smiles. If you guessed France, you nailed it. Wait, it's not? Well, geez, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see what people say in the comments. SIDNEY, wait, are we still playing the game? Oh, the submitter's name is SIDNEY, like the capital of France. What a coincidence. SIDNEY was heading to work when some steel containers flew off a truck in the opposite lane, hitting the Kia that had passed minutes earlier. SIDNEY can't stop thinking that would have been him if the Kia hadn't gone past. In the end, everyone was okay and the Kia driver kept right on going. GRAYSON was driving his Model 3 in Austin, Texas when suddenly a wild car wash appeared. Aaron had parked his Model 3 outside of a gym in Rochester, New York. When he came back to his car, he noticed he had a Sentry mode event to view. Check out what he found. Someone was posing and taking photos with his Tesla, and they even gave it a little kiss. Remember these guys? Well, they're back with another message. And they held up a sign thanking us for showing their video. This time they have a new message: subscribe. What a great idea, we approve.